All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Switch the Field podcast, the podcast where for the moment, what are you guys laughing at, bro?
Bro, this is unserious right now. Look at this guy. Bro.
Whatever, bro. The podcast where for the moment we're talking about general football because there's no Premier League on, and Sebastian, I feel like he's being very silly because we're going to do hot takes today. And I know Sebastian has some nonsense conjured up.
He already sent some nonsense in the chat.
I don't have any nonsense.
You did say some. Actually, no. I don't know if that's nonsense. But we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it.
All right.
So we're gonna be going over the hottest takes we found on Twitter and our own. We don't necessarily agree with them. We just think that they're good for sparking a conversation amongst us.
I believe some of them.
I do strongly believe some of the things I'm about to say too. But I'm gonna get us started off with a little softball. Something I found on Twitter that they said the away goal rule should have never been scrapped in the Champions League.
I can see why.
What do you guys think?
I can agree to that. It's because, all right, like home ground, if you can completely shut out your opponent and then you can score at their ground, that's impressive. Especially if you do it more than them, that's impressive. So I don't know. But at the same time, it creates very defensive football and it gets boring.
I personally have never liked the away goal rule. I was so happy when they took it out, bro.
It creates exciting football, but I could see the thought process behind it.
I kind of liked it. I like the way. Well, there's in certain games it makes the games a little bit more exciting. Like let's say, we all think that Barcelona versus PSG game was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was the most rigged thing in the history.
It was rigged, but I mean, it makes it more. It just makes it more exciting.
The away goal rule did make that what it is. I mean, when they needed one goal, PSG scored, and then Barca needed 3 more all of a sudden. I don't know. I never liked it, bro. I always thought it was unfair because at the end of the day, you still tied a game or you still tied a fixture. So I don't know. That one, I get it. I understand it. I just never liked it personally.
I agree to that, but then, I was watching a video of how Atletico got to the final in 2016, and then you see they shut out Bayern at home, and then they go to Bayern and they score a goal. It's just, I don't know. It's impressive to do both.
Yeah, I get it. I understand it. I just have never liked it, and I'm glad it's gone, and I hope it never comes back.
No, I don't want it to come back either, because it creates exciting football.
Yeah. I remember I was so mad. One of my first seasons watching soccer, it was Chelsea got knocked out against PSG.
Ah, yes.
And the aggregate was 3-3, but we tied 2-2 at Stamford Bridge, and I'm like, man, I hope they take this dumbass rule away one day, bro.
Yeah. And also
the
City versus Real Madrid last season.
Yeah,
that would have sucked if it would have ended at the 90th minute like that.
Yeah. Also, no, actually no, that ended 3-3. I mean 3-1 after both 90 minutes. I was gonna say Chelsea and Madrid last year, but I forgot that ended 3-1 both legs before Benzema scored in overtime, in extra time.
That's right.
But whatever. All right, Sebastian, you're not gonna like what I'm about to say right now. Actually, no, go ahead. You said you want to do a second one.
Yeah. I believe you're probably gonna have to type this out on the screen, but I believe out of the top 6 clubs, Ten Hag has the hardest job next season.
Why?
That is a hot take.
They're in an upward, they're upward. They've improved from last season, right? The transfer market's been shaky because you guys have been in a 30-year talk with Qatar about getting bought out. So that makes the transfer market a little scary, right? So if United doesn't make a lot of improvement in the summer, they look to be a little stagnant while other teams are also progressing, like we've said. So I think Ten Hag has to. I don't think he'll get sacked if he does worse, but he has to improve, in my opinion.
No matter what, he is not getting sacked.
Chelsea, no, I don't believe so, but I do think he has the hardest job because Chelsea, they're in the mud right now. You can't get any worse than 12th. Tottenham cannot get any worse than 8th. Well, they should not get any worse than 8th, especially with the new manager. So, really, for them, the only way is up. But Ten Hag, I think he has a hard job next season. The hardest job.
I'd argue that it's Arteta. I'm not gonna lie.
The only reason I would say I think it's between Arteta and Ten Hag. The only reason I would agree is because we're still in whatever it is with the sale talks, wherever it's at, and we haven't made one signing, and training camp is in 2 weeks, preseason. And we haven't even made one signing.
That's true. I will say that's going to cause instability within the team. But I'm going to say Arteta has more pressure on him because this one season you guys had is not like, now I feel like you guys are going to expect to consistently challenge for the title because of how young your team is. And if he doesn't do it, then I think the pressure starts mounting. I feel like Arsenal's ownership could take finishing 8th and finishing 5th and 6th before this season more consistently. Now this second place finish, I feel like Arteta has to finish top 3 every year, or it's not going to be good enough and they're going to look elsewhere.
And I think they will.
Oh, I mean, I think they can. I don't know about will, but that's what I'm saying. Arteta has pressure on him, especially considering you guys haven't really made any big signings at least.
They're gonna sign. Well, they signed Havertz and they're gonna sign Julian Timber.
Yeah, they haven't made any good signings.
No. The only one that I like, the only one that I really like, is Timber.
That was good. I will admit, Havertz can be good.
I think Havertz
can be good.
I don't understand. We have an overload of good players in the front. It's just I don't like a 65 million euro signing on the bench. It's a rough look.
I don't know. I think if he catches form, he should start for you guys.
I agree. You know what? This creates competition for Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah,
we would have
a lot,
to
and I appreciate that because I think Gabriel Jesus got very. It seems like he got comfortable.
I mean,
he
you need
wasn't
that.
Producing. Yeah, exactly.
The players are gonna get better if they have competition. If
Exactly.
they can't, then they don't belong.
The only thing that I want to see is if they make that midfield signing that they're supposed to
Yes.
make. If they don't, the departure of Xhaka, the departure of Partey.
Well, Partey's not for sure, but I think they do want to get rid of him because
terms agreed
because
with
he's not guilty until he leaves. Once he leaves, that brother did it.
Listen, bro, I don't know. You're going band for band with Man City right now, and Dude, I've never seen a team do that and win.
Did you see what it was? City offered 80 plus 10 million add-ons, and we offered 75 plus 15. Brother,
they're thinking.
What are you doing?
They're thinking of rejecting it though.
What?
West Ham.
For
they
rejecting City?
They want just straight up 100.
And they'll probably City will pay for it.
City are gonna pay for it, bro.
I've seen a lot of reports. I don't know which reports are reliable, but I've seen a lot where Declan Rice is interested on coming to Arsenal since he's guaranteed a starting spot and he's guaranteed to be basically a keystone piece to move us forward in the next 5 years.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he would like that, but now it's West Ham's turn to accept the money. Yeah, and it's Arsenal's turn to fucking pay. Just pay. Or whatever.
Hey, Kroenke has no excuse, bro. Telling me his pockets aren't deeper than ever after the Rams, Avalanche, and Nuggets all win titles within the same.
I'm saying, bro,
like what 16-month period.
We have dead weight to get rid of, bro. Balogun is gonna be on the market.
How Arsenal? I'd keep him, bro.
Yeah. And
when was the last time the U.S. had a striker score against Canada? It's been a while, my brother. I'll tell you that.
And then we have Nketiah apparently going up in the market for like 3 million. No, I'm kidding.
3 million.
3 million.
But
bro.
you could get a solid 20 out of him. I think so. From another Premier League club.
Yeah, in this market for sure.
Yeah.
This guy said 3 million, bro. You are not selling Romeo Beckham, bro.
But yeah, so my hot take is that I think Ten Hag has the hardest job out of all top 6 Premier League.
I could see why, but I don't necessarily agree. But I could definitely see why because we haven't.
I still think Arteta has the most pressure on him. But I agree. Behind him, it's Ten Hag. Yeah,
it's not a bad take because we haven't spent the money. We haven't even signed Mason Mount, who we have been wanting. So, and the other signings would be a goalkeeper and a striker, and we haven't done any of that. So
they're glued.
Yeah. You're gonna get De Gea for another season, and you're gonna like it. Mm-hmm.
If I see De Gea for another season, I might just shoot myself, bro. I cannot.
What if you get another season of Martial ball?
That's fine. I'm okay with Martial.
Watch when he gets injured.
I am okay with Martial. I'm not okay with all his injuries, but I'm okay with.
Bro,
Martial.
I'm okay with Lakaka coming back too.
You are actually.
Okay, bro. Anyways,
what
about you, Sebi?
Sebi, hot take.
What you got?
The only we just talked about it. Arsenal will be fighting for top 4
this season,
and not the title.
I guess that intertwines with whatever we were just talking about.
I disagree.
I mean, I think they have pressure on it. I think they definitely can, but
I don't think they'll be fighting for the title.
I think if they get Declan Rice and another good attacker, then they're set to challenge. But they're not gonna win it, bro. I find it so hard to believe that City's not winning it again.
I feel like
they have a lot of change though. They do.
Yeah, they do have a lot of change, and they're missing. Gundogan leaving is going to be huge for them.
That's a Zidane of the team, bro. That guy turns into a monster.
I think Silva will also leave.
Bernardo Silva possibly leaving is also a big problem for them.
And Pep and Kevin De Bruyne are on their last year of their deal. So
I think after Pep leaves, it's free game for like depending on who they sign.
And you know who's coming. You know who's coming back to claim what's rightfully ours. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about.
Anyways,
Arsenal.
Wait till we get Caicedo, and then we have that Enzo Caicedo
Bro,
midfield.
I don't understand how you guys still have Poole, bro.
It's what do you mean you don't understand?
Bro, I just like, why do players want to go to Chelsea still, like right now?
Why did they want to go to Chelsea in 2016, bro?
Because they still had the same.
It's an outlier. This season is an outlier.
I don't know, bro. The change of ownership plus the complete squad change.
I could say. Well, I wouldn't say it's not an outlier, but I could say that it's one of those seasons where you look at it and you're seeing the new ownership, what's been happening behind the scenes, and then it's just like, why would I want to come there right now when I could go play for a Champions League club? Like
because we're gonna be one,
like Arsenal.
Because we're gonna get back there.
Caicedo could play for Arsenal if Arsenal went in for him.
I think now more than ever, there's more competition for the top four.
Yeah, I
especially
agree.
because of Newcastle getting money. So
Newcastle
now it's a top
signing
7.
Tonali is a big move.
Okay.
That is.
Now that we're getting to Newcastle, I have another hot take. Now that we moved on along that, I think Arsenal are going to challenge for the title, regardless of what
I don't
happens.
think so.
Like I said, I think they can.
I think they're fighting for top 4.
I think this is gonna be the city's like last dance with this team. I think.
I believe so.
They're gonna win one more, and then
Pep is
I think
out.
Pep is out. De Bruyne probably gonna leave on a free. I kind of find it unlikely that he resigns at this point.
Where would he go?
I don't know, dude. I could see the team like Bayern picking him up, giving him whatever he has
maybe.
left in European football,
Maybe.
or like Barcelona. You know how they operate, bro. They're gonna be the first ones on De Bruyne.
Anybody that's for free, bro.
Yeah.
come to our club.
So I don't know. I mean, I could see him coming back, but I think it's more likely that he leaves than he doesn't.
I can see it.
Yeah.
I don't
Anyways.
know. Them boys at Arsenal better get that 20-year anniversary in their head and start challenging for that title to win. It's been 20 years, brother.
Does he know?
But
Anyway, I got one that's gonna ruffle a bit of feathers. I'm not saying I agree with this. I'm also not saying I disagree with this. But I'm gonna say, Klopp has seasons of 99, 97, and 93 points and reached 4 UCL finals. Now let me say this: 4 Champions League finals, and highest point total was 91 points from Alex Ferguson. Is Klopp more successful? Tell me, what do you think, brother?
Talk amongst yourselves, bro. I'm not speaking.
No, you have your opinion, brother.
No, I am not. No. I'm not entertaining this.
Brother, this is the worst take on this entire list. I don't agree with it. I just want to see what it is.
I'm not entertaining this bullshit.
What do you mean? What do you mean you're not? I think it's perfectly valid.
Four UCL finals,
Mhm.
and he's won one.
versus the greatest club in the world of all time forever. Twice.
Yep.
Wait,
That's
when
fact.
did he reach the other?
Think so.
Oh, with Dortmund.
That's facts.
It's
He
fact.
lost.
Yeah.
I mean, he lost versus one of the greatest Bayern sides of all time, the treble-winning side.
Mm-hmm.
He lost versus one of the greatest Madrid team, the greatest Madrid team ever.
Mm-hmm.
And then the power of friendship with Madrid.
Yeah.
Again.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and he would have had more Premier League titles if not for the dominance of Man City. Would Ferguson even be able to compete against his City team?
Like I said, I'm not entertaining this bullshit. I'm not. You're not gonna get a reaction out of me with that bullshit.
I'm not trying to. I'm giving you a serious opinion.
No.
Okay, bro.
All right.
This guy, bro.
Move on.
I will say this though, it is very impressive, especially with the amount of competition to be reaching those point totals, multiple seasons, and going to the Champions League final that many times.
And not winning the Premier League.
And you know what's
that's
sad?
a stain on his legacy, though. He doesn't win it. In all honesty, obviously we're fucking around.
I know.
Ferguson is probably the greatest manager of all time.
Nah,
Who?
I don't know, but nah.
No, facts. I agree.
No,
Simply, he's simply not the greatest. Actually,
Nah,
now that I
Ferg
think
sucks.
about it.
Fergie sucks, right?
No, I'm serious. Yeah.
Yeah, Fergie sucks.
If Conte would have stuck around, he would have been the best one for Chelsea.
Conte would have stuck around.
Yeah. If Unai Emery would have stayed at Arsenal, we would definitely have won the Premier League.
Listen, let me tell you what derailed our dynasty, bro. It was Diego Costa leaving. You think I'm lying?
You guys were still.
I'm lying.
You guys were still gonna be ass. In my
Brother.
eyes.
Anyway, bro.
I
You know
do
what?
not like Diogo Costa. I will respect him for the type of player that he is, but I do not like him.
Yeah, whatever, bro. Dude, you have the strongest opinions when we're off camera, and then we get on here and you have nothing to say.
Because why would I entertain this bullshit? This is BS.
It is BS. I thought he would entertain it though. All right, let's go to
Bro,
the
Sebi
next
wasn't
one.
even around when
Yes, but
Alex
I have
Ferguson was
clearly
in
watched
management.
a lot and read
No, you
about it a lot.
haven't.
Okay, my
You
fault.
have
Yeah.
not. Oh, look, he read a lot of notes. He read a lot of notes.
No, it's over the years.
I'm like LeBron.
Okay, I got another one that I found a little bit interesting, not because of the first part, more so because of the second part. This guy said, Haaland is only considered world class because this generation hasn't produced any good strikers. What do you think?
No.
I think the second half of that is true, though.
What?
That this generation hasn't produced any good strikers.
I could see why, but I think Haaland is.
Haaland is definitely world class.
Yes, he's just.
He's absolutely, he's the greatest striker in the world. He's no doubt about that. But I
He's
think
the greatest striker.
He's the best striker in the world.
Yes.
who's the best, bro?
I think Harry Kane's the best striker in the world. I'm not joking.
Okay, that's not a ridiculous statement, but come on, brother.
I think that's a hot take in itself.
It is actually.
I think
Because
Harry Kane is a better player.
He's a more complete player, yeah.
I think he's the best striker in the world.
As a goal scorer, nah.
He's debatable.
Bro, Haaland's eye for goal is gross.
So is Harry Kane.
No, I agree. Harry Kane is probably number 2.
Nah,
But I think there's a gap there.
I think Harry Kane is the best striker in football
I think
right now.
if I have a situation where I'm in the 90th minute and I get a cross in or a low-driven pass in or anything inside the box, I'm taking Haaland.
You can say that, but you could also take Harry Kane for it.
Well, yeah, because that's opinion, but I'm saying my opinion.
I mean, okay,
Haaland is better.
these are both 2 really good strikers, like generational strikers. But I feel a lot more comfortable launching balls into the box with just Haaland in there.
Yeah, but you could also, like, depending on playmaking and stuff like that, like he's a more
complete player. I'm not arguing that.
But as someone who strictly strikes the
more
ball,
lethal, probably Haaland. Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, strictly a goal scorer. That's what we're talking about.
Harry Kane is right there.
Okay, I'll say this. I think, Harry Kane, yes, he's more complete overall. So if you had a balanced team around him, then I'd rather have Harry Kane. But City already have the pieces to create free-flowing football.
Has Harry Kane ever had a more balanced team?
No, I agree. But what I'm saying is that if you have the pieces around you to give service to the strikers, then I'd rather have Haaland. But
even
if you
then,
need,
Haaland was still creating with Dortmund and with Leipzig.
yeah, but
not
Harry
Leipzig,
Kane does that better. Salzburg, yeah, Harry Kane does that better though.
I think,
But no.
in my opinion, Harry Kane's the best striker in the world.
More complete, but I'd say Haaland edges him out just because he's a better goal scorer.
I think
What?
This guy is so dumb, bro.
I think in terms of like what Harry Kane's output is and what he can do, especially with that Tottenham side that he's had, I think he's the best striker in the world, in my opinion.
I disagree. But I don't think it's ridiculous.
That was a good one right there.
That was a good one. Now this one, it's not something that's on here, but it's something that I've strongly believed since I was 16 years old. I've never, and I'll die on this hill forever without a shadow of a doubt, bro. It's a strong. I believe this more than I believe in anything else, bro. At his prime, Hazard was the closest player to Messi and Ronaldo.
No.
You're gonna bring up stats, bro. Stats do not tell the whole story, bro. Hazard was the best player.
Okay, but that's the thing. Okay, stats are not. They don't tell everything. I think Hazard is stupidly dominant when he was in his prime, but it's just not dominant enough.
Nah, bro. At his prime,
he needs end product. You need end product to be
he was
up
at
there.
the level of Neymar.
no, I think he was better than Neymar.
No.
At his prime, bro.
No, I don't think so, bro.
Bro, Hazard was playing against way better defenses though than him.
Look, all right.
And he was tearing their up. He was tearing their asses up.
It's not, all right. I genuinely believe that a lot of our nowadays opinions are very swayed because of what Ronaldo and Messi did when we were growing up watching it. So seeing for example, Haaland scoring 54 goals, we're like,
we've seen Messi score almost twice that.
Yeah.
In the season.
So I think of it as in terms of what success they brought. Hazard, he got a Europa League. It's a Europa League.
He got 2 Premier League titles, and he was the best player for both of them.
Yes.
I agree with that.
But Neymar also has brought similar success, but I think I would rather, if I had a team and I was told you have to choose either Neymar or Hazard in their prime, I'm choosing Neymar any day of the week.
I'm also choosing Neymar any
I
day
think
of
you
the
guys
week.
say that because Neymar's more consistent than Hazard, though.
But
Because Hazard, the
that-
biggest thing that held Hazard back was his work ethic.
That's
But
well,
he's-
that's a big part of it.
Yeah, no, of course. And he had that really bad season that's going to be a blemish on his legacy, for sure. But I think you take the best version of Hazard, which is, I say, probably 2017 Hazard and 2018-19 Hazard.
Yeah.
That
could
player was the closest to Messi and Ronaldo in the world. Closest attacker to Messi and Ronaldo.
I don't
And it's
think
not...
And
and
all of
the stats, the stats are
But
never
you-
going to tell you
but
that.
you cannot say someone is as good as the greatest goal scorers and assisters of all time when
You
not
have-
have those stats.
You have
No,
the
but
greatest
I'm saying-
playmaker.
He's
in
one of
the
the
history-
greatest dribblers of all of this generation.
I'm saying he was the
Yes.
closest in terms of talent.
He's very okay, because you could say that in 2018 in the World Cup, Hazard was different gravy.
He was the greatest. He was the best player in the tournament.
Arguably, yes.
Mhm.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel wrong agreeing to that.
It's because it's right, and you guys don't want to
No.
be right. That's what it is, bro. You guys just
I
don't
don't
want to
think
see the
it's
light,
right.
bro.
I think it's more valid if you try to compare him to Neymar, but not Messi.
Okay,
and
but
Ronaldo.
even then, but no, I'm not comparing them. I'm not
Yeah,
comparing
no,
him to
he's
Messi
saying-
and
but
Ronaldo.
you're saying-
I'm saying he's the closest to them.
Closest
And if you're
to the gap.
comparing him to Neymar, Neymar was probably one of the closest to him too. And I think personally, Hazard at his peak was better than Neymar, better than what Neymar shown at his peak. Messi, Neymar had one of the greatest strikers of the generation, of that current generation,
Yes,
and the
Suarez.
greatest player of all time next to him. Hazard,
Second greatest.
anyway,
I like that. I like that.
Hazard's best teammates with Chelsea were Willian and Diego Costa.
I could see why you would say that though, but I can't agree with it.
And even then, he had seasons where he produced more than 30 goals and assists in the Premier League.
This one will go on TikTok.
Mhm.
This one
Yes.
will go up.
Because it's facts. So I'm spitting
I don't know
facts.
if it's
I
facts.
don't know if it's facts.
Every Chelsea fan is going to agree with me.
Bro, just put himself out there like that.
It's facts, though. I know, and I'm glad you guys didn't bring up stats, because the stats,
They don't
they
tell
don't
you.
tell the story.
His
Sadio
best-
Mane had more goals
his
than
his
Hazard.
best season is what, like 16 goals and like 14 assists,
I think he had
something like that.
16 goals and 15 assists. His last year.
Those are prime James numbers at Madrid. So it's hard.
Yeah, but La
It's
Liga
a-
numbers, if you play for Barca or Real Madrid, your numbers are kind of skewed, bro.
Yeah, but
'Cause the
you got-
bottom
you
teams-
got Ronaldo on your team. You got Benzema. You got Bale.
Yeah.
You're not even like the 5th or 6th best player on the team.
Bro, I think 10 through 20 in the Premier League are miles better than 10 through 20 in La Liga.
Oh, yeah.
And they
I
have been for years.
I
Yeah.
agree.
So that's why I think the numbers are a little skewed. Plus, that's what I'm saying about Hazard playing better defenses. I'm not bringing up stats or anything. I'm saying purely talent on the field. Hazard was the closest to them.
When it comes to the physicality and the pace of the Premier League, yeah, it's 100 times better than what it is in La Liga and like the Bundesliga and stuff like that. So I could see why you say that. I just don't agree with it.
All right, yeah. In terms of biggest stages, Hazard has turned up.
hmm
So
We just never put the team around him to
I
get
mean,
him deep
bigger
into the Champions
in
League.
UCL,
In the biggest stages, Hazard has showed up.
well, in the World Cup, I think Hazard's performance in 2018 is some of the greatest football.
And he was the best
That's
player
not
in the.
greatest of all time. Like Maradona, Pelé, like all these players, like they don't count.
He was the
in
best
this
player on that Belgium team in the 2016 Euros.
But I don't know. I don't know if he shows up in the biggest stages.
No, but that's what I'm
I think-
saying. In that stage, he showed up. And when you needed it most for Chelsea in the Premier League, he showed up. But in the Champions League,
The thing is that we never put the
wishy-washy.
team around him that could get deep in the Champions League, though. He had, one deep run when he got to the semis in 2014 and never got back there again because his best teammates were Pedro, were Giroud, were Diego Costa, Morata, bro.
Hey, put some respect on Pedro. That boy got
No,
two
Pedro
Euros.
was underrated. I love Pedro. But, bro, if you're trying to win the Champions League, Pedro cannot be your second best attacker, bro. That boy was underrated, though. I'm not going to lie. But we just never had the team around him to compete for the Champions League or to get deep in that, at least. Because you can... I'd say Chelsea, when we won that 2014 title, I think the other teams around them were probably facing some down years. United, for sure. and Pellegrini wasn't going to work out at City.
The
So
2014
yeah,
or the 2015?
2015. Sorry. Tottenham, I think, were just coming up, and Liverpool were lost. Like,
Oh yeah, they don't even count.
yeah, they were in a huge down period at that time.
Yeah.
So I'd say Chelsea maybe winning that is I'm not gonna say the result of those teams being bad, but you can win a Premier League with Diego Costa and Hazard and Oscar being your
you
best.
can win a
attackers.
Premier League with Vardy, Mahrez,
Yeah.
Brighton. So
Back then, at least. Now you need a superstar team. You need a Real Madrid super team to win the Premier League.
or you need
But-
a young team full of stars named
I mean,
Arsenal FC.
you would need
When-
a superstar level team to beat the team that is, has 115 charges against them right now. So that's why you need a superstar team.
Man, you're pocket watching, bro. That's crazy, bro.
What do you mean pocket watching, bro?
Bro, worry about your own finances, bro. Damn.
They have
bro.
115 charges for a reason.
Bro, it's because you don't got money to have 150 charges like
facts,
that, bro.
facts,
That's what
facts,
it is,
facts.
bro.
My pockets don't run that deep.
Broke
They
bro.
don't,
ass,
bro.
broke ass.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Don't worry though. When we get our money up, we're buying Chelsea, and we're
Yeah,
gonna bring
you
the
You
club.
guys-
do not
you
need to
guys-
spend any more money. I promise.
Who?
You,
Me?
yes.
Why?
Bro, you spend more than enough, brother.
Yeah,
Give it a
I need to
rest.
spend. I need to spend less money. That is facts. Anyway, yeah, I've been saying this for years though, since 2017. Hazard was the greatest player in the Premier League, third greatest in the world. In my heart, I'll take that. Nobody else has to agree with me,
I mean,
but I believe it.
Bro's
I'm
taking
sure
that
there's
shit to the
people with
grave.
plenty of crazy opinions out there. So I kind of want to see what different people have to say about that. But he's up there.
It's a shame that it didn't work out at Madrid, bro. Because I feel like if he took that Chelsea form into Real Madrid, bro, and he played with Benzema the way he's been playing the last couple of years, Real Madrid would have actually been world beaters, and they were still nasty, even
Yeah,
with
but-
Hazard being ass and not playing
He
most of the
showed
time.
up his first year.
That's great, bro. I'm so excited for Hazard's. His contract ran out this season, right?
He
Or
was
next season.
released, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Or they terminated his deal, so he's a free
Bless
agent.
up.
Bless
Up for real.
He's coming home. He's
There's
coming
plenty
home.
of space in the
His
fuck
ass is
in
not
the
coming home.
I want him to come home though,
for
His ass
Madrid,
is
dude.
not coming
Plenty
home.
of space for new wages now.
bro. That brother's going to Saudi Arabia.
Yep.
Get ready to learn Arabic, buddy.
Bro, what do you think the
Anyway.
next country is gonna be? First it was China, then it's Saudi Arabia. What's next?
USA, baby.
That's what I'm
Greatest
talking
country in
about.
the world.
Talking about.
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm talking
The
about.
greatest
buddy.
nation in the world. That's what I'm talking about.
We employed the second greatest footballer of all time.
The second greatest footballer of all time. Mm-hmm.
This guy is so dumb, bro. La Panterita plays in France, bro. This guy is so stupid, bro. All right, we have a minute and a half, and we spent way too much time talking about Hazard.
I don't
think it
know.
was a good debate, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't
was a
really
good
have
debate.
another one.
Let's end, huh? You don't have another one?
I don't.
I have
another one.
one last one that I
Alright.
thought was pretty solid, and we brought it up in the last one. I was gonna bring this up separately, but saying stats ruin football. Eye tests make a lot of you feel like some OGs were trash.
Stats did kind of ruin football in a sense. I could agree with that.
I don't know. So I don't know if stats ruin football. I think Messi and Ronaldo's stats
Yes.
set the bar a lot higher than it's supposed to be.
Yes.
But I don't think people should be looking at it like Messi and Ronaldo stats.
But
But they're going to. That's
Yeah.
the thing. So because
I can,
what
see, I
Messi,
can see why you think that with the whole Hazard thing as well.
cause, bro, people, if let's say Messi and Ronaldo never existed, Mbappe would have been celebrated as the greatest player of all time. He would have been what Messi was in 2011 right now, if that was the case.
and Haaland would be what Ronaldo was when at Madrid.
Yeah.
Just a purely goal scorer.
Yeah, they would have been superstars, bro. They would have been. They are superstars in the game, but I'm talking about
They don't get
around
celebrated
the world,
as much.
bro. Around the world, you see billboards of Ronaldo and Messi everywhere for things that have nothing to do with soccer remotely, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
And Haaland and Mbappe don't get that because they set the bar. So I'm saying their stats inflated what everybody thinks equates to a good player.
Yeah. Goals and assists
Mm-hmm.
combined, I think, no. Or goals for the season. Haaland and Mbappe broke 50, and they're the only two to do it. And just breaking 50 is
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. But because of what we've seen Ronaldo and Messi do for the past, decade and a half, 2 decades, it's still not what we've seen. It's not the best we've ever seen.
Yeah, but bro, and I feel like before 2006, winning one Ballon d'Or made you a generational player.
Yes.
Like if you had one on your resume throughout your 15-year career at the top level, you were considered a generational player, and that solidified a superstar career. Now, bro, I think Mbappe is gonna need minimum 3 or 4
Yeah.
to even be in the same conversation.
Yep.
And that's having a World Cup and a World Cup final appearance.
That's why he needs to move.
Yep.
You think he does? He does need to move. Yeah,
To get out of
staying
there.
at PSG won't help his legacy at all. But yeah, I don't think stats ruin football. I think the sheer greatness of Messi and Ronaldo and everything they did set the bar too high.
Ronaldo and Messi.
Yeah, Ronaldo and Messi.
Yeah.
They're-
Ronaldo first though.
No. Messi is number one, clear. That's never been a debate, and we'll get to that in another episode.
Ronaldo
because we're running out of
is
time.
number
No, we
one.
already ran out of time.
I know, but we'll save this for another episode. This has never been a debate. Messi's always been the clear number
Ronaldo's
one.
one. It doesn't
Whatever,
matter.
bro.
Ronaldo's one.
Anyway, that's been this episode of Switch the Field. My name is Alfredo.
My name is Sebastian Marquez.
My name is Drew Roach.
Thank you guys for watching.